The New York roof hook is a firefighting tool used for multiple purposes, including pulling and prying. This tool was developed in the 1940s by Deputy Chief Hugh Halligan for the New York City Fire Department. This tool is composed of a long shaft with two triangular-shaped ends facing in opposite directions and a chisel end for prying. Looking at the design of the roof hook, you will notice that one of the tips is at a 90-degree angle from the shaft and offset from the lower hook. The purpose of the upper hook is to capture the load. When inserted into decking, the tip sets under the cut roof decking while the lower tip remains on a structural member or intact decking. When force is applied to the shaft of the tool, continuing down to the fulcrum, very little energy is lost due to the steel tubular construction. As the tool is rocked back, the hook is raised, prying up on the decking and creating momentum in the material for you to lower. The hook also features a 45-degree bevel at the top of the tip, which helps the tool plunge through the material. The other end of the hook has a chisel or prying end. One side of the hook's head is flat. This is one of the main differences from other hooks on the market. This flat side would enable you to get behind crown molding, baseboards, and other flush-mounted trim. The St. Lucie County Fire District will be placing a 6-foot steel roof hook on each frontline apparatus. This training video will show the many uses of the roof hook for fire scene operations and how to properly use the hook. While climbing a ladder, place the hook on the rung as high as possible. This will free a hand for the firefighter to climb. Before transitioning to the roof, remove the hook from the ladder rung and sound the roof with the head of the hook. Sounding the roof decking should be done as the firefighters are walking on the roof. The roof hook can also be used to raise and lower heavier tools to and from the roof. Ensure that the 45-degree tip is used while raising and lowering tools. If working off a roof ladder can't be accomplished while operating the roof hook can be driven into the roof decking and used as support for backing firefighters while the saw is in operation. After the roof cuts have been completed, the roof hook can be used to pull the decking material up and out if possible. When the decking is stubborn or older construction, the hook's 90-degree tip should be inserted under the decking and the 45-degree tips used as the fulcrum on top of the intact decking or a truss. This will use the full leverage of the tool and require less force from the operator. The roof hook can also be used to pry up garage doors. After gaining a purchase point with a wedge or a similar tool, insert the 90-degree tip of the hook under the door. The 45-degree tip will rest on the ground, creating the fulcrum point, providing maximum leverage. After the garage door is open, place the roof hook or a pike pole in the door opening to prevent the door from coming back down and trapping firefighters. Single firefighter forcible entry of an outward swinging door with the roof hook. After creating a gap with your adze of the Halligan, place the hook head down on the ground. Stand on the head of the hook and rock the roof hook, striking the Halligan. After the adze has cleared the width of the door, prying as normal. Remember, always control any openings made in the building. 2 firefighter forcible entry on a reinforced outward swinging door. After creating a gap and setting the adze in the door jamb, place the prying end of the roof hook on the pike of the Halligan. Make sure the prying end curves around the pike of the Halligan. The shaft of the roof hook will lie between the forks of the Halligan. Both firefighters can now force the door with a larger mechanical advantage. Using the flat side of the roof hook for prying crown molding, baseboards, and other trim work. Here you will see the difference between the flat side and the tapered side. Notice in the first clip how much faster the molding is removed. The tapered side makes it more difficult to get the tool under the material, and the tool wants to slip over the material instead of getting under it, requiring more energy. After flipping the tool around to the flat side, the molding is removed with ease. The head or prying end can also be used for baseboards. This technique reduces the need for the firefighter to bend over and keeps the firefighter's body in a good working stance. Remember, always ensure the power has been controlled before working behind walls and ceilings. After making a purchase point, slide the roof hook behind the drywall or plaster wall. Pull the roof hook towards you to pull the wall out. removing drywall using the punch technique. Use the head of the hook to create a perforated line in the area you want to remove. In most cases, after making the top and both sides cuts, you can pull the piece down. This will provide the firefighter with a large exposed area with less energy used. Removing sealing material using the 90-degree tip of the hook. Using the 90-degree tip provides the natural motion of pushing the material away from you instead of down and towards you. The 90-degree tip will also prevent the hook from getting caught on pipes, conduit, or other wires in the attic. When faced with older construction, plaster, and lathe sealing, 2 firefighters might be required to remove the sealing material. The steel roof hook is superior to other types of hooks for this operation. When a tool is not needed, never place it on the floor. It could get lost under the building material. The roof hook and also the Halligan can be placed in the wall and hung for later use.